Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do something a little sweet. Yes, we are getting rather close to Valentine's Day. Time of year for candy, sweets, treats, and flowers. So in lieu of Valentine's Day, I'm going to show you how I made this cookie tray and share this recipe and how you could also make these same cookies. And this video is courtesy of Rose Forever. These roses last for up to a year, and you can get several different colors as well as number of roses and different style of boxes. But I'll explain more about Rose Forever in a little bit. But first, let's get to the start of the recipe. Now these are chocolate chip Mexican wedding cakes. Now they're not cakes, they're actually cookies. I've been baking these since I was 9 years old. I also like to call these my tea cookies since these are fantastic with a cup of tea. So without further ado, let's get started on the cookies. For this recipe, you're going to need 2 sticks of butter softened. I use Kerrygold, and this has been out for a few hours, so it is very soft. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I actually used 1.5 teaspoons just to give it that extra oomph. 1/2 cup of powdered sugar sifted. This has already been sifted. 2 cups of all-purpose flour. 2 to 2.5 teaspoons of cinnamon. I really like cinnamon in this recipe, so I have a tablespoon. A 10 to 12 ounce package of chocolate chips. Normally you could use semi-sweet. I have dark chocolate. I didn't go out and buy any more, but I really like dark chocolate in any of these cookies, so that's what we're gonna be doing this time. And since it is for Valentine's Day, I'm gonna be adding red gel food coloring. Now, this does have red 40 in it. Some people are sensitive to red 40, so if these cookies would be eaten by somebody who is sensitive, I would not add this in. This is just for color, nothing else. The cookies will still taste the same without it. First, we're going to add the butter into the bowl, then the powdered sugar. And I'm going to add a squeeze or 2 of the red gel. Okay, it was more than a squeeze. Came out fast. But we're gonna go start there. We're gonna add more as necessary for the flour. Now, because I'm wearing all black, I'm gonna put this on top so I don't end up covered in white. And this is pointed out that way so I don't get covered in case it does shoot out. So start off slow. Like that. Looking nice and pink so far, so let's add everything else. So it's very pink right now. Added a bit more of food coloring just to see if I could bring out more of the color because I know this is going to bake peachy, but that's okay. So try to get the rest, as much of the dough off of this as possible, and then we're going to add in our chocolate chips. So we're going to take half a bag of chocolate chips and we're going to pour it in. So if you've got a steel or just a metal mixing bowl and you're just pouring it in, use a wooden spoon to stir everything together. It's a lot easier. And also this way you only have to dirty technically 1 bowl with the dough. And some more ketchup. Okay, so using half the bag is kind of a guideline. Guideline I don't always follow. Now let's get to rolling. So, you're just gonna take the dough, roll into a ball, and plop it on your baking sheet. Now these baking sheets I have already lined with, oh my gosh, I am blanking on the type of what these are. Oh, the name of this. Oh, that's been driving me nuts. And I know as soon as I'm editing this video, it's gonna come to me and I'm gonna be so mad. Essentially, it makes sure it's kind of does the same trick as parchment paper, except these are reusable and I just have to wash them with my hands, and they are good to go. I'm just gonna roll all of these out and pop them in the oven for 10 to 12 minutes. The oven should be at 350. You also don't want these balls to be too big. So yeah, just give you an idea. Palm of my hand. Not too big at all. So while those cookies bake, let's take a look at Rose Forever, which will be the center of our centerpiece for this little cookie tray. So it comes with a little instruction card on how to take care of your roses. These are meant to last for a year. These are actually naturally picked roses that have been preserved in natural oils, and all the bouquets are actually handcrafted. Now, this is a black velvet little box. This is actually vegan. Everything that you see on the website is vegan friendly. So the boxes, everything, and whatnot. Also, just want to say, I love the fact that velvet just feels so good. And it even has like their little logo right on here. And I will give you a close up in a little bit. So they have several different colors to choose from. The last time I worked with Rose Forever, I requested some black roses. This time, I wanted something a little different for Valentine's Day. So we got a lovely bouquet of red. And look how that just pops in this black case, right? That's just so cool. So Rose Forever has been selling roses since 2019. And as I said, these will last for up to a year. My black roses are still as exquisite as these red ones. And I got the black ones back in September, I believe, or maybe October. In any case, Rose Forever was actually inspired by Parisian chic style, so they have that with all of their boxes. So believe it or not, this is actually one of their smaller bouquets. I requested a small one so I could put it on my desk at work and it not take up too much space. But they also have much larger bouquets available, not just in a circular box, but also in a larger square box. They also have various different colors. As I said, they have black, they have red. I've also seen purple, orange, blue, white, yellow. Whatever color you want, guaranteed you could probably find it. Another thing that I really like about these flowers is the fact that they're allergen free. Now, I'm somebody who has some pretty severe allergies. Unfortunately, if it's green and leafy, cute and fluffy, I'm probably allergic to it. These don't set off my allergies at all whatsoever. So I can have flowers and everything else around my house, and I'm not sneezing up a storm, which is an extra bonus for me. Rose Forever has given me a discount code to give all of you in case you want to pick something up for your significant other or sweetheart for Valentine's Day. Just use NYX25 at checkout to receive $25 off your order. Thank you to Rose Forever for sending me this lovely bouquet. Now let's check on those cookies to see if they're done. We're going to let those cool for a little bit on the tray first before we move them over to a wire rack to cool completely. Okay, so while those cookies cool, we're going to use the rest of the chocolate chips. We're going to pour these in a heavy-duty plastic bag and microwave them for 30 seconds. Knead the chocolate and then 30 seconds again. You want it to get to a nice consistency to be able to drizzle. Get all the air out. Okay. Starting to melt. Another 30 seconds. Keep doing this until it's actually nice and soft. So it could take a minute, it could take longer, or if you have a really powerful microwave, it could take shorter. I think 1 minute was just enough for me. Yeah, you've got liquid. Well, soft liquid. Okay, so what you're gonna do, after you smush everything to make sure it's all consistent, you're going to want to clear the chocolate from one corner and then snip off a tiny bit, just enough so that you can actually get a flow of chocolate to come out. And this way you can decorate your cookies. So we're gonna snip off a tiny bit. Tiny. And if it'll cut. Great. Okay, tiny bit. Now to keep this simple, I'm going to do, I think, X's and O's. Let's see. At least I'm going to try to do X's and O's. You know what? Okay. Or a heart. Let's try that. Don't make fun of my decorating abilities, okay? It's the thought that counts. You know what? I'm gonna change some of these into hearts, try to at least. Or make them a giant mess. I'd say giant mess. There's gonna be globs of chocolate on this. Again, it's thought that counts. The cookies have now been decorated to the best of my ability. Hey, my artistry comes out in my dance. And not always my baked goods. Cooking, yes, baked goods, that's hit or miss. But in any case, the cookies have been decorated. Now I just need the chocolate to set, which could take a while. Since there's a ton more chocolate on here than what I normally put on for something like this. Normally I just use drizzles and call it good. So we're gonna let that chocolate set, and then we're going to put together the cookie tray. The chocolate on the top of the cookies hasn't completely hardened yet, but it's set enough that I believe we can put this together. So this is a tray that I picked up actually 2 Halloweens ago. This is normally our candy bar tray, but for the sake of this is going to be a great cookie tray. So first things first is we set the Rose Forever roses in the center. I know it's not going to seem like we're going to have enough space, but that's okay. You don't have to put all the cookies on there. That means there's more for later then. So, and then we're just going to place these around to decorate. And you also might notice that I have some flowers over here too. These flowers are all from my, well, not my bouquet, but from a bridesmaid's bouquet for my wedding. Actually, we're gonna go onto the edges, I think, to make sure we don't have any chocolate on the black velvet. All right, we're gonna leave this front area nice and clean. And here we are, finished product. So yes, I could have added some more cookies, but honestly, I've got some more cookies on the side that I could put in here instead, or munch on as is. But this would be a lovely little centerpiece for a Valentine's Day get-together, or something to surprise your sweetheart on Valentine's Day morning. Who doesn't love flowers and treats? Thanks again to Rose Forever for sending this lovely bouquet to me. And remember, if you use NYX25 at checkout, then you can get $25 off your order for Valentine's Day. Now that I've shown you all how to make this, I'm gonna go share this with my sweetheart. So thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you in the next one, and remember to go after whatever your dark heart desires. Later.